Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network merchandise shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the upcoming Distillers Summit in Key West, Florida. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jessica Fullerton, Royce, Neely, and Andrew Wiehebrink.
Hey, gang, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing? Good.
Good. We're on the countdown here. I guess 4 months to go to Key West, and we're going to get you guys up to speed with what's going on with that and how you can be part of it if you're interested in going on. And believe me, you want to go to Key West in January. Last time we went, it was snowing in St. Louis, and get down there and it's 85 degrees and shorts all the time. Even in the evenings, it's like 82 at night. So it wasn't like it's like, oh, well, it gets cold in the evening. No, it doesn't. It's warm the whole time. It was just fantastic. So we'll talk about that after the break and what it is and what we do and, how much fun it is and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so I saw this video today, and this girl was talking about how we domesticated wolves into dogs, big cats into house cats. Why the hell haven't we domesticated bears? Because that would be cool. So I obviously sent it to Heidi. But I led me to think, if you could domesticate a wild animal to be a house pet, what are you going to domesticate?
I would domesticate a python, and then I would give it to McNew as a gift.
I would light it on fire in front of you.
No, it's domesticated. It's really friendly. It's like,
No.
And it's a cuddler because, of course, it's cold-blooded. So in the evening when it goes to bed, it's going to want to sit by you.
I feel like Steve just wants to murder me in some weird way with a python.
No, this is domesticated. It's very friendly. His name's Barry. Barry the snake.
What if it ate Oakley? No, that thing is not coming in my house.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
It's not, no, pick something better, Steve.
I like how we can pick anything we want. Then when I pick out something, no, that doesn't count. I strike that from the record.
One thing I hate in the world, and that's what you pick.
I just thought you would like it. I thought maybe you just hadn't seen the right snake, and if we got one, we domesticated it, and it would be nice then.
No, I'm going to put it on a bonfire and kill it. No, I'm not that.
All right, Wiehebrink, if you could domesticate an animal, what would it be?
I don't know. That's tough. Maybe I don't know. I like animals. There's too many that I'd want to bring home.
Uh-huh.
Like a groundhog out here just causing all kinds of hell in my barn right now. I mean, I'd love to bring him home in the house and domesticate him and treat him like a pet. But is that really domesticating something? Does it have to be like something like evil? It's mean and
No, I feel like you could build it like a little tunnel, like an enclosure with its own tunnels where it's organized chaos. You could domesticate a groundhog.
Yeah, I just feel like it wouldn't be that hard. Like domesticating a tiger, that might be a challenge.
Right.
Domesticating a bear.
So let's talk for a little bit about this groundhog. So he's causing you some problem, and they are destructive little guys. They're cute if you're watching them because they're fat and they eat. They're funny to watch. I'll give you that, but they are very destructive. So if Andrew Wiehebrink, who's dealing with some issues and problems with that thing, is walking through his house, he happens to have his pistol on him. Are you taking that thing out if you see it out in the field, or are you going to be like, oh, it's too cute?
Well, so here's the problem. For the past 2 or 3 years, I've been plagued with every kind of animal issue that you could think of. Stink bugs, muskrats.
I know the stink bugs all too well. Yes.
Just about anything. But so here's the problem. My mom had a soft spot for groundhogs. Like she absolutely loved those things. So if I had the chance to shoot it, benefits, but at the same time, I'd be thinking, what would mama do?
Oh, she'd be disappointed if you shot it. You can't shoot it.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't trapped him yet. He's just kind of doing his thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
The damage is done. It's not getting any worse. So
yeah. So no, you're not shooting that groundhog though. There's no way.
No, I think he's gonna hang around for a while.
Yeah, just have to deal with him. All right, Royce, how about you? Is it possum? I know your wife wants to get a possum. So is that? And you may be actually dealing with this. You may have to domesticate a possum. So of all animals she wants, those things just look so angry and mean.
And let's clarify. When we say domesticate, that means this thing is never going to turn on me, right? It's never going to hurt me.
Yeah, it's going to be like a dog. It's
my friend forever.
Yeah.
Oh, a gorilla, no doubt. What do you mean? He can put barrels up. He can go get you something to drink.
So she's going to be working for you. Yeah.
He's going to be my friend. So when he fucks with me, he's going to go get him. It's a
he can put barrels up.
He can put barrels away. I mean, it's man's best friend is a gorilla.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah.
He's not going to, he ain't going to rip me to shreds.
He's going to need a pretty big space though. Like one of the bedrooms is gone. He's going to have a bed to sleep in.
Good thing is I'm not lacking in space. I've got a spot for him.
You got a spot for him. Okay.
I'd like to know if they could actually lift up a full barrel.
Boy,
I bet you. 100%. Those barrels. What if he throws the barrels?
It should be able to lift 550 pounds up in the air.
I would guess so. Yeah.
They tear each other literally they tear each other's arms and stuff off. It's a powerful creature.
Yeah.
We'll get him a hammock out the garage and live in the hammock.
All right, Jessica, you're the only one who hasn't weighed in. Besides, we'll go back to McNew in a second here. But anything you would domesticate?
So as part of the domestication process, also breeding it to be a smaller version of itself, like mini cows, mini horses. Because I'd like to have a little mini elephant or something. That might be kind of cool. Or like a barn, mini hippo.
So you're going to take these animals, take the smallest one, breed it till it gets down to where these are, like the size of a dog.
Like an elephant.
Yeah, I mean, cats have been domesticated and bred to be so much more compact. Why can't I domesticate and breed an elephant to be small?
Okay, there you go.
I don't know. It's fun. I mean.
All right, McNew, how about you?
Okay, so I know they're mean and I know they can box, but I would like to domesticate a kangaroo.
Why?
Because they have hands. It could open the door to let the doggies out. It could feed them. It could pet them when I'm busy. Like, it's going to be a dog sitter.
Those things are also strong. But I would think that the idea of letting the dogs out is fine. But, what about 2:00 in the morning where the kangaroo just decides it wants to go hop around in the subdivision?
I think that'd be amazing. All the Karens are going to be real mad on next door in the neighborhood apps. I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Have smaller ones.
Yeah, I'll get me a mini kangaroo.
Sure.
Just a little dog sitter. It can ride so-so like a horse. It's going to be great.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. When he kicks it, you can grill it out in the backyard too.
No, I'm only doing that to the python.
Kangaroo. They eat it down in Australia. There's kangaroo all over down there.
You can buy it at Jungle Gyms in Ohio. If you go to Jungle Gyms, they sell kangaroo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went down there for a distillers conference, and at my hotel they had these little they're like gray or black ones, little itty bitty things. They're not very big at all, but they were so.
That's cool. All right. Well, there you go, McNew. There's what we would domesticate. I'm sure mine was your favorite, so I'll start working on that.
Absolutely. Gold stars.
Yeah. All right. Well, guess what? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Mr. Wiehebrink.
I have a bottle of Whistlepig, 10-year-old.
Whistlepig. Okay. Not much there, but it was audible, so that's the lead. I'll go next. I'm not expecting much either. I've got just regular Yellowstone here. Bottle is more than halfway gone, so well loved. So let's see what we got here. Not as good as Wiehebrink's. Wiehebrink's still got the lead over me. So, all right, Jessica, what do you got?
All right. I have got yet another, I got another Wood Hat Spirit with me. So I have our Old Blue, which is our new distillery only release. It's actually the second bottle I did. Okay. And had pretty good luck with these.
Ooh, there we go. Jessica, it sounds like she's going to be 3 for 3. We do still have 2 more people here. McNew, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't even want to play right now, but I have this Noble Oak double oak rye. Maybe. Work out.
Nothing there. Nothing going
It's a
on.
lot of effort for nothing.
All right, Royce, your last one, man.
I've got our double gold winning Fear and Loathing in Kentucky absinthe.
Okay, no, not enough. Jessica takes that one actually pretty easily. So she won by a large margin there. So
Cheers.
gang.
Cheers.
Jessica, be careful. There's someone behind you in the background there. All right.
I've only had my trained mini hippo to attack.
We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about the Key West trip and how you can go along with us if that's something you're interested in. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Hi, this is Rick Brenner, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Shouldn't it be the legend?
Maybe.
Well, welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the Distillers Summit in Key West.
Yes, we are. So Royce Neely and I came up with this idea. So we were talking, and I don't know, his family was trying to get him to go on some vacations and stuff like that he didn't want to do. And so I asked him, well, where do you like the vacation? And he said, Key West. And I'm like, wait a second. I liked the vacation in Key West. So then we got talking about what if we did like an industry thing, invited friends and stuff like that from the industry and, did it. And, when could we do it? And he's like, well, it has to be January. And January sounds like a pretty good time to go to Key West. So we put together what became the Distillers Summit, had some industry folks attend that with us, which was very cool. And it ended up being a great week. I mean, we did a couple of events, some tastings and things like that, some mixers, some networking things. And then a lot of it was, just spending time on Key West with some people from the industry that you really like. And I would say it was a big success. Wouldn't you, Royce?
Yeah, we picked some barrels with Total Wine, hung out, networked, and smoked cigars, and did the Duval Crawl 3 days in a row.
Yes. Yeah. So, and I say that's almost like the Olympics because it's an endurance challenge for sure, being in Key West for just even 3 days or whatever it is we were there. So it's something else. And the last one to go to bed each night was a guy by the name of Rick Brenner, and the first one up in the morning was Rick Brenner. So he got the nickname the Legend down in Key West when we did that first Distiller Summit, right?
Yep. Steve Beam was making cocktails every morning. He had a full-blown Bloody Mary bar that you could take advantage of.
Yeah. And they were out there at 7 a.m. Like the oldest guys that came with us out there, 7 a.m. Bloody Marys with what was it? The minor case rye instead of vodka. They were fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
it was a good time every day.
McNew famously would be like, because we're down there, and I would join those guys and be drinking and stuff. And McNew would be too drunk to still to get up and join the crew, but she had to eat. So she would text me a breakfast order, and then I would have to get it off the buffet and then just leave it. Now I couldn't even see her. I had to knock on the door and leave.
Leave it at my door.
She would grab it off the ground there. I'd leave a plate on the ground, and she would grab it. Yeah. And then, okay, get this too. This is the crazy shit that happens when you get a group of us together. So the first night they have on those wood slats, it's like shutters on the windows, and the shutters are open when you go into the hotel, and you can clearly see everything that's going on in the hotel. Well, McNew thinks because they're wood shutters, she doesn't have those. She has, I guess, shades or something. I don't know which, but she doesn't know that you can see into that room. So there's a group of guys who happen to be outside of her room. She gets dressed in the morning, and these guys see the whole thing. And then guess what happened every day for the rest of the trip? There was a group of guys that hung out outside of her room that had their morning meeting outside of her room every single fucking day from that point
I
forward.
really had no idea, right? Because they're not like blinds. Like I know you can see through the blinds in my house. I don't really care. But I thought they were wooden slats. Like they're slanted weird. I thought like it was I can see out, but you can't see in.
When they're up, you can put them down where you can't see, but they were up. Well,
because I don't wake up if the sun doesn't come in. It's a thing, okay? Like I have to sleep with the windows open.
I go to deliver her breakfast, and there's like 6 guys just standing on. There's like it's a balcony, and they're standing on the balcony, just hanging out like right outside her room at the window there. I'm like, oh, okay.
You live and learn. You live and now I know.
Yeah. So
Good times.
Yeah, that was good times.
Yeah.
So weather-wise, was it not fantastic? McNew and Royce were there.
Oh my god! But then I came back to snowy Indiana, and I'm like, oh, I was in this beautiful tropic place, coming back to this frozen hellscape. Coming home is terrible after Key West, though.
That's the worst part.
Yeah. It is. When you're there, you're like, okay, what do I need to do to, change my life where I can live down here? That's going to happen to you every time you go, especially in January.
I have my dog shipped here. I'm going to go rent a house. Like I'm going to figure it out because you don't want to leave. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You start thinking in life, all the things you really don't need to just be like a hermit somewhere in Key West under a tree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I really don't need that much. It's going to be okay.
It's not a bad gig. Yeah. Not a bad life being down there. Yeah. Jessica, have you ever been to Key West?
It has been probably 10 years since I've been to Key West. I actually went down there for ex-husband was really into vaping. So we went down for a vapor conference before it was actually really popular. But yes, Keys are beautiful.
A vaping conference.
Yeah, I know. We went down for a vaping conference. Cool and everything was a big deal. We flew to Keys so we could talk about vaping.
It sounds like a good place to go. Key West sounds like it'd be a good vaping place.
Yeah, Keys are beautiful. Actually, a friend of mine just came back from the dried Tortugas, just off of the Keys, and I was honestly just thinking maybe just doing like a little combo kind of deal right there, coming down and hanging out with you all, and then camping out at the dried Tortugas for a night or two. Good times.
Royce went to the dried Tortugas, didn't you, Royce? On a family trip, not on the trip we did.
Family trip. It's an all-day thing, at least if you're going to go out there. But it's unbelievable. It's beautiful.
That's cool.
That's what I heard. They said you could keep it out there for like $15 or something. I was going to plan on doing that. So
yeah.
Also, if you're into like red dirt country, the Mile Zero Fest is going to be there the same time we are this coming year.
No one's into that, so
I'm gonna maybe go a day. I'm not gonna buy the whole package, but I might go a day.
So
some people I like.
Food and wine festivals going on too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So it's not only, and we have, like I said, we will have events and things like that you can go to, small informal things like tastings and networking things and dinners and stuff. But you don't have to go to any of that. You can pick and choose what you want to go to. There's also no cost to go, by the way. Now there's the cost of your travel and all that, of course. You can stay wherever you like. We don't get a hotel rate or anything like that because we don't want to be on the hook for X amount of hotel rooms, all the stuff you have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. We say it's a small island. It's a 1 mile by 3 mile island. It's small enough that no matter where you stay, you're right there, within a short walk or Uber from everybody. So everyone kind of stays their own place, and we just talk about where we're going to go for the day. Okay, we're going to go here, or we're going to start the Duval crawl. We're going to be here. And then when everybody has everyone's text, and you can check in at any time. Yeah. And that's the way you do it.
Yeah. And if you're not a morning person, there's a group text saying like, hey, we're going here by noon. So you can get your door breakfast and get your shit together and maybe show up. So it's good.
Yeah.
I think this year we're going to have Harry Truman's grandson is going to meet us down outside the Little White House, tell some stories. We're going to drink some bourbon, do a tour, and then do the, what's it called? The Truman Heart Starter.
Yes.
So we're going to take another shot, do a brisk walk over to one of the local restaurants and eat breakfast for anybody that wants to join on that. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing. And of course, Truman famously, I think he's the only bourbon president. He's the only president that I know of that drank bourbon, talked about bourbon, loved bourbon, made sure bourbon was stocked at all the parties and stuff like that. Would drink old fashions, if he's going to cocktail, but just like bourbon neat, and would kick off each day, but with a shot of bourbon, old granddad or sometimes wild turkey. So yeah, that's cool. Wiehebrink, have you ever been down to Key West?
No, I've actually wanted to go since I was about 7 years old.
7, okay.
Yeah, and I just, for some reason, have not made it down there yet. When you're from Kentucky, and specifically Louisville, you're bred to go 2 places in your life, and that's Louisville and then Destin, Florida. Once you go to Destin, Florida, it's like you've made it. That's your limit there. So
yes, yeah.
I've since graduated from that, but no, I'd really like to go. As you know, we've talked about this.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get Wiehebrink down there, and that'd be cool.
I know you said Jen isn't a beach person, but I know she's a cat person, and you should definitely take her to the Hemingway house to see all the little 6-toe kitties.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they have toes.
6 toes, yeah. So Hemingway liked cats, and apparently he had at least enough 6-toed cats that they would breed and then have more 6-toed. So there's a lineage that they take all the way up to the cats that are there today. That goes back to the cats Hemingway used to have when he owned that house down there. So
they bred 6-toe cats because they're better at catching mice on boats.
Yeah.
It's a really cool tour though, and the cats have like their own beds, and they just run that house now. It's really cool.
Yeah, cats are in charge. So yeah,
she's going through a cat adoption problem right now, meaning that every time she sees one, she wants to adopt it. So need to try to keep her away from his.
Well, you would like this because you can't adopt those. They do not adopt out the head.
Give them on property.
They could. That could be a whole new industry for them. Actually, I would think adopting out Hemingway cats. I think they would kill it, but they don't do that for some reason. So
you could probably sell those cats for $50,000 a piece to certain people.
Probably, but not to me. Yeah, I'm not even in the discussion. So, but yeah, it's a cool place. There is, like I said, a couple rum distilleries down there. So Papa Pilar is worth going to. that's when we did a couple barrel picks and we're friends with them now. So I'm sure we'll be going back there and spending some time drinking some of their rum and stuff. So. Mm-hmm. It's a great place. There's a lot of touristy things to do if you're into that type of thing. Beaches, not so much, though there are a couple of very small beaches there if that's really what you want to do that time of the year. I don't think any of our group really went to the beach other than there's a couple places that you can eat, dine, that are right on the beach, which we did that. But I don't know that anybody just went to the beach to hang out and swim or anything like that. So, yeah.
You have no excuse to miss it this time around, unless travel for work just goes crazy, which it very well could. But.
Yeah. So the official dates are January 27th to 30th. That's the dates we'll try to plan some things and do some stuff down there in Key West. Most people go for a little bit longer than that. You've made the effort to get down there. So they'll plan either a couple days in front of that or after that. I know, like, for instance, I'm coming down on Tuesday. I will leave then on Monday. So whatever those dates are around the 27th to 30th. And a lot of other people are doing very similar things. So check it out. And if you want to join us in Key West, we will be there. We've got a group probably bordering about 50 people right now that are going. So, and talking probably somewhere 10 to 12 from the industry, big names, people that you would recognize. I don't want to share their names because it's not about that. It's about going down and hanging out with good friends and stuff. So if you go, you'll see who's there. And if you don't go, you're going to be bummed you weren't there because they're there. So that's all I'll say about that. So
better book rooms now because they are hard to find.
Hard to find. Yeah, they have, like I said, a couple different festivals going on. It's a small place to begin with. We did have a little room rate for a while, but that's gone away. They wouldn't let us keep it because they said you picked one of the busiest weeks of the year, so they let us have a rate for like 30 days, and that was it. So, but there you go, Key West 2022. Looking forward to it for our third annual Key West Distillers Summit. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jessica, we'll start with you.
All right. Find me on Instagram at Glass Half Fullerton.
All right, Royce, how about you?
Find me at the Distillery in Sparta, Kentucky, on Facebook and Instagram at Neely Family Distillery and at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
All right, Mr. Wiehebrink.
You can find me on Instagram at Andrew in Kentucky.
All right, McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.